time to crack open the sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports Page brought to you by Thursday Night Football. We'll be out pre-gaming again tomorrow evening. We're headed to Oviedo, the Froggers location there, ahead of the Titans and the Steelers game, Taco.
Burgers, wings, sandwiches, bucket specials. Oh, wait. What else do I see? Earth Day birthday tickets. 5 pair of Earth Day birthday tickets we have to give away. Now we got your attention. Froggers Oviedo starting at 6 tomorrow night.
What's up there, Mr. Bulldog?
Speaking of the NFL, Josh McDaniels, he didn't last long as the head coach of the Raiders, did he? He got fired last night.
Yeah.
What a disaster he turned out to be. Wow. So he's gone. The Raiders have an interim coach. He didn't even last 2 years. I don't think he lasted 2 years at his previous head coaching spot as well when he was with the Denver Broncos. I think they fired him before 2 years was out. So Josh McDaniels gone. From the Las Vegas Raiders. What's going on in sports? Oh, the Magic lose another game last night. Second back-to-back game in L.A. They lost to the Lakers the previous night. Last night they lost to the Clippers, 118-102. Ugly game filled with turnovers, missed baskets. Paul George of the Clippers scored 27 on the Magic. Russell Westbrook had 18 as well for the Clippers. So Magic are now 2-2.
And I guess James Harden was there as a spectator.
We're still 500, by the way.
Yeah, they are. They're 2-2. So yeah, not surprising that they lost to the Clippers and the Lakers. They have the Jazz coming up. As Lynch just mentioned, James Harden, who was traded to the Clippers, he did not play last night, although he did show up at the game and met with the team. So he pouted his way out of Philadelphia, and now he's with the Clippers.
Was he eating on the sideline? Is he still in that big physique like he was a season or two ago?
He's not as fat as he was back then. No.
He was a big boy, dude.
Yeah, he had a 6-foot sub down there.
That's what I pictured.
It's crazy. Yeah.
He's got them serving it up, bringing it. I'll have some more wings and the appetizers.
First college football rankings came out last night. FSU debuted at number 4. A little bit surprising. Ohio State is number 1 in the college football rankings, college football playoff rankings, I'm sorry. So Ohio State's number 1, Georgia's number 2, Michigan number 3, and then Florida State number 4. Washington, the other Power 5 undefeated team, they are at number 5. I'm a little worried about Florida State, though. All right, so they're number 4, but you look at their schedule, they've only beaten one ranked team, currently ranked team, and that is LSU, first game of the year in Orlando. They have no more ranked teams on their schedule. Florida, Miami, these teams aren't ranked, so I hope FSU doesn't get hopped by somebody.
Well, it's clear that the committee is putting a lot of weight on quality wins and strength of schedule. So. Yeah,
and I guess if Florida State keeps winning, if they win out, because Michigan and Ohio State are going to play each other, so that's one undefeated team that's going to be missing. I'm just wondering if a one-loss team could jump over ever of their strength of schedule.
Do you consider the Canes, to the committee, do the Canes matter or no?
Well, they're not ranked, and they've had an okay year, but not a great year. The Gators, same way.
Yeah.
Okay, but they're not ranked. They're not considered a powerhouse type team on your schedule. But we shall see. It usually works out in the end. Rangers once again went on the road last night. They take a 3-1 lead in the World Series over the Diamondbacks. They had a 10-run lead by the third inning. They end up winning the game 11-7. They're now 10-0 on the road in the postseason. Unbelievable what they've done. Too bad nobody's watching the World Series. Not surprisingly, this is the least watched World Series in TV history. Game 1 on Friday night was the least watched game 1 ever, and then games 2 and 3 in succession were the least watched games of any games in World Series TV history. Game 3, 8.13 million viewers, and then game 4, Yeah, Game 3 was 8.13 million viewers. That was the lowest ever for any World Series game. And then Game 2 was 8.15 million viewers, which had been the lowest watch World Series game in history. So nobody's watching.
Well, it'll be curious to see. They can close it out tonight on the road and win the series. I don't know. We mentioned it earlier. It's no disrespect to the teams. It's just those aren't teams that have a huge following outside of the immediate area and state they play in.
And there's no real big stars. There's no Aaron Judge type players on those teams. And they're not big market teams. They're not the Dodgers. They're not the Cubs.
Right.
They're not the Yankees or the Red Sox.
I told Lynch earlier. I said Rangers. The only fan base they really have watching is Texas, and then Orlando, Florida, because we're fans of them. But other than that. Just talking about it just being a backseat kind of thing. I saw a buddy of mine, a neighbor, last night, and I was like, "Yeah, you want to hang out, have a beer, trick or treating with his kid, whatever." And he said, "Nope, going home to watch the World Series." I totally forgot it was even on. I mean, I got to be honest.
By the way, you guys like the name of one of Orlando's bowl games? The Cure Bowl is now the Avocados from Mexico.
No. I thought it's still the Cure Bowl. It's just the title sponsor has changed again, right?
Yeah, but it's the Avocados from Mexico. Cure Bowl is the official name.
They've got a cool little jingle, by the way.
Avocados from Mexico?
They usually have a commercial during the Super Bowl.
They have some serious
I'm more of an American avocado guy because I'm a patriot, but I don't mind avocados from Mexico. Okay.
I'm a Florida avocado guy. I've always been partial to those rather than the smaller.
You grew up down south. They used to have avocado. They had avocado trees down there.
We had one in our yard. Our neighbors had one. We were guacamole before it was,
My parents have one now. You were rockamole, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it was nuts. Guacamole, everything, man.
He was heavy metal guacamole, rockamole.
All right, Bulldog. If you guys want more, you can always find the dog hosting open mic over on AM 740 and FM 96.9 The Game. You can read his words, his opinion in the Orlando Sentinel and OrlandoSentinel.com, and the sounds of a grown man barking to take us out of the sports page each morning here on JRR.
Oh, oh.
JRR.